Sorry, but your seat is the little foldable chair.
Oh, well, there was nothing we could have done about it. Huh. President Sato, we're so honored you could make it.
President? My name's Keiichi Sato. Today, I'm at a high-end sushi place to celebrate my wife Aya's younger sister, Sakura, landing her job offer. For today's celebration, Tsuchida-san, the president of Tokimeki Advertising, is coming too, right? Tsuchida-san's been glued to my father-in-law lately, hasn't he? Sorry for being late. I got caught up at work. Oh, look who decided to show up. But you see, Keiichi-kun, your seat is that little foldable chair.
Oh, well, there was nothing we could have done about it. Huh.
Foldable chair?
I'm terribly sorry, Sato-san. It seems I may have reserved the wrong number of seats.
No, but why were you the one making the reservation, Tsuchida-san? Well, if it's Tsuchida-kun's mistake, what can you do?
Looks like there's counter seating too, so maybe you could just eat over there or something.
Huh? But today's supposed to be Sakura's celebration.
You'd make the guest of honor feel awkward, wouldn't you? It's like you won't even have anything to talk about with us. Since you started working right after middle school, we've supported you this whole time so you could land a respectable sales job, right? You should be grateful.
This is the second time. It was the same when I went to greet her family before we got married. So yeah, this is how it ends up, huh? The year after next is the International Anime Expo, the one that takes place every 4 years. And our company's finally started production on a brand new anime. We are also here to promote it and get everyone up for it, you know?
Excuse me, President Sato, welcome. We're so honored you could make it.
President? Yeah, didn't I tell you? Last month, I resigned from the medical device manufacturer, and I became the president of an anime production company, Days Animation.
What? I didn't hear anything about that.
I told you I changed jobs, didn't I? You just weren't listening. I'm pretty sure I said I got recruited by an old childhood friend and switched jobs.
But an anime production company? Keiichi used to draw as a hobby back then.
Yeah, it's the company I used to deliver illustrations to as side work. They liked my work, so the president asked me to take over his position.
Days Animation? That's the company I'm going to work at.
Huh?
That's the company that offered me a job, a subcontractor of Dad's company.
I see. So you're the one my daughter will be working with. I can't say I'm particularly looking forward to that.
Yeah, exactly.
You're absolutely right. The real question is whether Sakura-san is even a good fit for our company. And what exactly do you mean by that? It means exactly what it sounds like. Also, I had the restaurant confirm something earlier, and it seems Tsuchida-san did include my seat and made the reservation correctly. Huh? They said Sakura-san contacted them later and asked to reduce the reservation by 1 seat. Noah-san, I've got that right, don't I?
What? Yes, that's the truth. So the lack of seating is not Tsuchida's fault? It was an error on your side, Kishyama-sama. No, it was simply discourteous. No, it's not like that. My sister had a cold then. I honestly didn't think she'd be able to come today. Huh? Me?
That's a pretty forced excuse. You just didn't want me here, that's all.
In that case, she might be even less suited to our company.
Our company? You're just a server, aren't you?
My apologies. I was late in introducing myself. I am Noah Tsushima, Vice President of Days Animation.
What? Vice President?
The head chef here is my father. I heard President Sato reserved special sushi to celebrate Sakura-san today, so I came to greet you properly. However, asking the president of a client company to arrange a reservation, then casually looking down on President Sato's family, and doing all of this without feeling any discomfort whatsoever. Someone like that would be difficult for us to hire as a member of our sales team.
What? You're rescinding her offer? Don't mess with me. That's a serious compliance violation.
No, it's still a provisional offer at this stage, correct? The agreement is, after the final interview, if there are no issues before next week's formal decision, then she is hired. This incident is more than enough to count as an issue, and that clause should be stated in the contract you signed as well. No way, you're kidding! Like anyone actually reads that seriously.
Fine. Then Sakura will be taken care of at my company instead. That was the plan as a stepping stone anyway. With production for the International Anime Expo, we need every single person we can get.
A stepping stone? I see. Understood. What would you like to do about future contracts, Keiichi?
That's... if you cut off business with us, Day's animation will take a hit too, won't it? No, thank you. You can't do good work with someone who shows you zero respect. So I'm ending our business relationship here and now. Wah! And Aya.
Huh?
I can't do this anymore. Let's get a divorce.
Why am I getting dragged into this too?
Don't, Aya. Chasing after him won't lead to anything good.
I mean, if you say so, Dad, then I'll divorce you.
Thank you for everything. Let's get out of here, Tsushima.
Yes, sir.
Wait! Sato! You'll regret this. Don't think you can make an enemy of us and walk away for free. Cutting off Day's animation? What the hell are you planning to do now?
If I divorce Keiichi, does that mean I have to work too? I'll just have Dad hire me for now.
Not long after that, Aya and I finalized our divorce. And then, 6 months later at Kishyama Animation... Oh yeah, this is good! That's it. This is what's trending right now, isn't it? The whole moe over-the-top kawaii stuff? If we do this, the young crowd will eat it up. President Kishyama, I hate to say this, but... What is it, Tsuchida? Why the long face? The character designs are certainly cute, but the background perspective is off, and the lighting is monotonous. The image has no depth.
Ha! Tsuchida-san, aren't you a little behind the times? Kids today aren't looking at details like that. If the characters are cute, the merch sells. That's justice, right?
But Aya-san, anime is a comprehensive art form. If the world building is shallow, fans won't stick around long term. Here, please look at the social media reactions to this promo video.
Animation meltdown? The backgrounds look like free stock assets. Same face stamp characters. Yikes, they're brutal.
Cost! Look at the cost! We cut production expenses by 30% compared to before. Backgrounds are fine with AI and cheap outsourcing. And the management cost for that cheap outsourcing is skyrocketing. Even if we send revision notes, they lack the skill to fix it. In the end, our staff has to redo it anyway. The floor is exhausted. That's why I put you in charge of managing it. Saying you can't is just dodging responsibility. Isn't that also true of you, President Kishyama? I'm only asking you for advertising. Don't worry about anything else unless I tell you to. President Kishyama, I've walked alongside this company for 40 years. Kishyama Animation's soul was supposed to be uncompromising quality. Are you really gonna throw that away and chase only short-term profit? That's not what I'm... I see. To these people, I was never more than a convenient subcontractor. Understood. I'll submit the merch proposal. However, as for what I do going forward, please allow me time to think. I'll be expecting a good answer. We'd be in big trouble if we couldn't do business with you, you know. There has to be a place out there that needs my work, my soul, more than this. A few days later, Noah and I were meeting Tsuchida-san. Thank you for taking the time to see us, even with your busy schedule. No, when the president of Days Animation personally calls, I can hardly refuse. Besides, I've heard the rumors. They say Sato-san's company is taking off like a rocket.
Thank you. I'll be blunt today. President Tsuchida, would you consider ending your contract with Kishyama Animation and forming an exclusive partnership with us?
Whoa. You mentioned changing jobs before. If you haven't changed your mind, would you come work with us? I watched Kishyama Animation's promotion video the other day. The concept you probably proposed wasn't used at all. If anything, even though it's your project, I figured it couldn't possibly reflect what you truly wanted. You understand far more than I expected. I do. I used to be there myself. President Kishyama is the kind of man who can't bend his own opinion. And when it's family or longtime acquaintances, you're too close, you know? My wife, Aya, was the same. We were supposed to be walking side by side, but the moment our positions changed, she started looking down on me. The frustration of working your tail off and still not being properly recognized. I know it painfully well. Your creativity, Tsuchida-san, and, above all else, your love for the work. It's a waste for someone like you to be exclusive to Kishyama Animation. Sato-san.
Our CEO has kept a scrapbook of all your past ad campaigns, you know? He's always going on about how this copy line is an invention, like he's giving a lecture.
Huh? Seriously? Noah-san, that's...
But it's true, isn't it? We will never, ever forget respect for creators. President Tsuchida, please lend us the experience you've built over 40 years for a new anime. We won't let you regret it.
I'm being recognized. I can't believe someone out there was watching my work this closely. President Kishyama never once said anything like this to me. Happily, I'll come with you, Days Animation. A few months after, Tokimeki Advertising, led by Tsuchida-san, cut their contract with Kishyama Animation.
Dad, I mean, President Kishyama, this is bad. Merch sales are less than half of last month's total.
What did you say? Why?
Tokimeki Advertising. It's because Mr. Tsuchida left. All of our connections to the merch production companies were held together by Mr. Tsuchida. And the new vendors are expensive enough, though their quality's awful.
Quit lining up excuses and complaints. I don't even know the first thing about advertising either. Think for yourself for once.
I can't. I don't have the know-how.
President Kishyama, the chief of the background team, just turned in his resignation. Again? He said he can't do it for this pay anymore, and that the endless last-minute fixes on the president's whims have hit their limit. I'm telling you, I'll pay them more, so why are they quitting? It's not about the money. He said he can't take pride in his work anymore. Pride? You can figure that out later. Do whatever it takes to stop him from leaving, please. I can't. If you're gonna say that, then you do something about it yourself, President Kishyama.
Dad, stop it. A weekly magazine reporter is here. They're about to run an article saying Kishyama Animation's toxic workplace. Talent exodus won't stop. What are we going to do now?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do? Just because the ad agency bailed? Why is everything falling apart like this? No, not yet. We still have the International Anime Expo. If we win grand prize, we can flip everything on its head. Let's have every employee we have left work on this. We're finishing this no matter what. If the company's gonna bounce back, that's our only shot.
Mobilize the employees we have left, you say? There are barely any employees left to mobilize anymore.
A few months later.
Thank you for your patience. The once every 4 years festival, the International Animation Expo. And now, the announcement of the prestigious grand prize. The grand prize goes to Days Animation, an all-new original animated work.
Thank you so much. This is the crystallization of every staff member's hard work.
We are grateful to every creator who was involved in bringing this to life.
And the runner-up grand prize goes to Kishyama Animation. Now then, we'll have comments from the jury chair, the legendary director.
Day's work was breathtaking, especially the integration of background art and character design. And above all, the way the world was built, including the advertising rollout, was superb. The copywriter was President Tsuchida of Tokimeki Advertising, yes? He came up with something that fits this project perfectly. Mr. Tsuchida's skills truly shone. In contrast, Kishyama's work, regrettably, I didn't feel any soul in it. It's just tracing a trendy style. There's nothing inside. That said, the artwork itself is wonderful. We evaluated the illustrator's contribution and selected it for the runner-up grand prize. Frankly, I didn't feel any sense of story in this anime. If the scenario writers saw it, I suspect they'd cry.
Wah! Keiichi used to be one of us, so he probably stole our techniques, or... Stole your techniques, huh? It's true, I worked with you, but my previous job was in the medical field. The only thing I learned from you was the lessons of what happens when you look down on creators, as a negative example. While you were busy sneering at people like us as not the same, I was out there drawing like my life depended on it, sharpening my skills. Have you ever even looked at my art? Did you ever evaluate it properly? Honestly, I don't feel any gratitude or respect from you. Days Animation is different. Education and resume don't matter. The only thing they judge is passion, the drive to make something great. That's why so much talent gathered here. President Tsuchida, and everyone on staff too. People didn't leave because something was stolen. They left because you threw them away, President Kishyama.
And that settles it. Not just in technique, but in dignity as a leader as well. Days wins by a landslide.
One year later, at Kishyama Animation, every employee had resigned. All that remained at the company were President Kishyama, Aya, and Sakura.
Yes? This is Kishyama Animation. Yes, new projects are, well, right now it's a bit...
What the hell are we supposed to do from here?
That weekly article calling us the stingiest animation studio really hurt, didn't it? I can't even walk outside anymore. And it's all because of you, Dad.
Don't pin everything on me. You were the one closest to Keiichi. If only you hadn't gotten divorced.
You're the one who advised me that getting divorced was better, remember? Stop trying to get out of this. Both of you, stop fighting already.
So yeah, apparently things are going spectacularly awful. I even heard rumors bankruptcy might be right around the corner. I'm seriously glad we got Mr. Tsuchida into Days Animation before that happened. Around then, Days Animation, where I work, kept growing steadily, and everyone was thriving. About the concept for our next project, I want to dig deeper into the characters' backstories. I'm thinking of adding this episode. Nice. I think that'll make it even more interesting. During breaks, I found myself spending more and more time with Noah. Noah, seriously, thank you. If you hadn't seen my potential, I wouldn't be who I am today.
You're feeling grateful?
Yeah, of course I am.
Then will you do something for me as thanks?
Sure. What do you want?
Will you renew my employment contract?
Huh? Of course I will.
Make the term indefinite, and give me the right to stay by your side forever, in work and in private.
I've failed once already, you know. You still want that?
That wasn't your fault, was it? I'll wait. Until you're ready to choose me.
Thank you. I'll do what I can.